Hi guys, it's Lydia here at Lydia's Leisurely Stitching, and thanks so much for joining today. This is my 19th Flosstube video, and now I'm one of those people that doesn't know what day it is. Let's see. My dad's birthday is on Sunday, and I know what day that is. Today is August 12th. I think. It's Thursday, but I wrote August 12th on things at work yesterday, so it might be the 13th. Not quite sure. I never thought I'd be doing that. But thanks for coming. I wanted to just take a minute to say thank you to everybody that watched my last video. I know Debbie at Creatively Yours gave me a shout out, and if you know of anyone else that gave me a shout out, I would really appreciate it if you would let me know in the comments below so I can thank them appropriately. Usually my videos have like 20 views on them, and my last video got over 1,000 views, and that is just mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. I need to stop saying and I need to figure out what day it is. But yeah, I really appreciate all of you spending time with me, and I appreciate everyone that left me a comment and everyone that's watching this today. It makes my day when someone leaves me a comment. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I'll see a notification on my phone that someone commented, and I'll tell my husband, like, hey, I got another comment on my video. Or if I'm at work and I get a notification, I'm like, wow, like, here I am at work and someone's taking the time to enjoy my cross-stitch journey. So I really appreciate that, and thank you again. Okay, moving on to WIPs. Today is an impromptu WIP parade. I wasn't planning on doing a WIP parade, but since my last video about a month ago, I have worked on all of my WIPs. And I have a finish and an FFO. Okay. So the first one I'm going to show you is Gingerbread Train from, let me get my notes because I always get this wrong, Cottage Needleworks. I always get them in Little House confused. I know they're like a mother-daughter team, so it makes sense that they're pretty similar. I just want to credit the right person. So Gingerbread Train from Cottage Needleworks, and I'll put in a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished. And a picture of what it looked like last time. And here it is now. It's finished. So, man, it looks really good on camera too. Last time you saw it, I was working on this second train car. So I finished the train car, filled in the presents and the candy. I started and finished the third train car and the gingerbread men, and I gave them their buttons and eyes. I gave this guy buttons and eyes, and I finished the snow. And then I fully finished it. And this is the first object that I have fully finished by myself. I don't know if, it might not be true. So over here, over here, this is the first cross-stitch piece I ever did, and I stuck it in a frame by myself. I'll pull it down since I'm talking about it. Here it is, and yeah, I don't know if you can tell, it has, I heard someone call it hoop burn the other day. It has some hoop burn on it, and I ironed it, and I washed it, and I ironed it, and ironed it. I'm not very good at ironing, so it could be my ironing skills, but it's still there. So I don't know if this counts as fully finishing because I just stuck it in a frame. I didn't like wrap it around a board or anything, it's just stuck in there. So if you don't count this, which I'm going to ask my husband to put in a picture of my two cats. I did this piece because I had two little gray striped kittens, Marley and Charlie, and I love daisies. And so I'll ask my husband to put in a picture of them because they look just like this. They're all grown up now, and sadly Charlie has passed away, but Marley's still kicking, and having fun hunting squirrels and stuff at my parents' house. So yeah, so besides that piece, which I don't really count because it's just putting in a frame, this is the first piece I've ever fully finished. And I followed Helen D's tutorial on how to finish things. I can put a link in the drop down box below. Let's see if I can take this off. So I just wrapped it around some foam board and hot glued it on, which was pretty scary because when I take stuff to the framers, I always ask them to lace it and not put pins in it because I've heard that pins can get rusty over time. I know they say that's changed and now they have better technology pins and they don't rust anymore, but still I'm scared. So I usually get things laced and not pinned. I'm scared of lacing things. I don't think I'll get it straight. So hot gluing sounded good to me. So I hot glued the edges down and then I put on, this is some peel and stick magnet tape, and I put it on in the middle at first and it just like ripped off. So then I moved it up here and it doesn't stick to the magnet, to the cookie sheet. So my husband gave me another magnet and I hot glued it on there so I can just snap it on to the cookie tray. And I know I saw Heather, Link is my homeboy, on Instagram the other day. She was posting about finishing things from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I got this at the Dollar Tree. I knew I wanted to put it on a cookie tray because gingerbread people. And I asked my husband when he went to the Dollar Tree to see if they had a cookie tray, and he picked this out. And it is just perfect. It is the perfect size, the perfect dimensions, everything is perfect. Except my finishing. It's not quite even on the bottom. And in the tutorial, Helen was saying that you can like stretch it after you put the glue on a little bit before it dries. I couldn't figure it out, but hey, it's my first try and I think it looks wonderful. So, one whip down. I should probably move the sticker, huh? Well, one whip down. So I worked on that for 9 days between my last video and now. And I was working on it for like a daily 30 minutes a day. Yeah, so I finished it up. And then my other daily 30 piece, since I finished that one, is there's Beauty and Simplicity by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I'll put in a picture of what it looks like when it's finished and what it looked like last time I showed it to you. I'm stitching this on 25 count even weave, 1/1. It's the color's pewter. And so last time I was getting to work on that large flower at the bottom. Since then I have finished the large flower, and that is 9 days of stitching. So yeah, I usually work on this for 30 minutes a day, but some days I definitely did put more than 30 minutes in because I was eager to get that large flower done. I started this bird in January and I didn't finish it until June, so that was like 6 months. The flower I started in June, and here it is beginning of August, and I have finished it, so that took 6 weeks. So not like fast progress, but definitely an improvement. I'm really happy with how this is going. Future plans for this, there's some greenery around the flower at the bottom. It works over to, there's another flower holding up a little house. I'm going to work on the greenery and then see how I feel, but I might switch it out to do my daily 30 on a different piece. So just a little side note, daily 30, the first time I heard about it was in the Daily 30 Facebook group, which is a closed group, and in my last video I talked about how like I liked the idea of that, so I just decided to start doing it. And then recently I got invited to join the group, and so I want to say thank you to the person that invited me. You know who you are, and I'm really happy to be in it. I'm not going to talk about the group a lot on this channel because it's closed and so people can't get into it, and I don't want to make anyone feel like they're losing out. But I started doing the daily 30 on my own, and you can too, even if you're not in the group. It just gives me a way to get a little bit of progress, slow and steady on a piece. Because yeah, it should not take 6 months to finish that bird. If I had been working on it for 30 minutes a day, it would have been done a lot faster. So I like the idea of daily 30. Okay, and then one more non-full coverage WIP. And honestly, I don't remember the last time I showed this to you, so I can't exactly tell you what it looked like last time I showed it to you. My husband might be able to find a picture, but if not, that's okay. So this is, I call it Daisy Gnomes. It's by Cuore e Batticuore. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's an Italian designer on Etsy, and it's called He Loves Me Not, but in Italian, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. But yeah, so here it is now. I picked it up just for one day since my last video, but again, I didn't show in my last video. I'm not sure when the last time I showed it was, but this month I focused on these daisies down here in the greenery. Oh, you can see it there. There are little white spots in the middle of these pink flowers. They're supposed to be the same color as daisies, but it doesn't really show up very well in real life, so I changed the color of the daisies. I think they're 712, which is the same color that I changed the daisies to on There's Beauty and Simplicity. So there's my Daisy Gnomes, and this is stitched on 30 count Wintry Moon Lugana, 2/1. And if I decide to put away There's Beauty and Simplicity for a little while, I'll pull this one out to be my daily 30 piece. Okay, so that's my non-full coverage WIPs. Moving on to the full coverage WIPs. This one is Coral City, and it's by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is on 18 count sand aida. And here it is. There we go. You can see all the way down. I kind of traveled down to the bottom over there last year. Okay, so I'm working on this page over here, and since last time I've been filling in this medium to lighter blue, not the dark stuff. Man, it looks really good on the camera. I'm really pleased with this. Okay, so last time I showed this to you, I was at 40% of my yearly goal and 4.75%. Sorry, I'll just leave it over here. 4.75% of the full piece stitched. Since the last video, I don't want to talk behind it because some people do that and then I can't hear them very well. Maybe if I fold it in half. Okay, sorry. Okay, so since last time I showed it, I've done 1,770 stitches over 7 days. And now I'm at 72% of my yearly goal and 5.39% of the full piece. I'm very happy with this. I will say that I have booked a tropical vacation for next year, and I would like to work on this piece while I'm on vacation. And so this is the edge of the 3rd page. My goal this year is to finish the 3rd page. I'm doing 1 page a year. The 4th page on the bottom of the 4th page in the far right corner is the beginning of the dolphins. And I would really like to do the dolphins when I go on my tropical vacation next spring. So I might pick up the pace a little bit on this one because I'll kind of be doing like a year's worth of work in like the first few months next year. So I might try to get a jump start on next year's goal. Okay. So that is Coral City. And then, way down on the bottom of my bin, we have Fantastic Lodge Mushroom. And this one is also by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm stitching it on 28 count Mushroom Lugana 1/1. The Mushroom Lodge is on Mushroom Lugana. I love it. Okay. And I'll put in a picture of what it looks like. I'm cropping off the top row of pages. I have left enough fabric in case I decide later that I want to do it, but that was just way too much green for me. So here it is now, and I have finished my second page, which is my goal of this one to also do a page a year like the other one. But even though I have a page finish, I haven't done a page worth of stitches this year. So I worked on filling in down here, and then I've been filling in over here, and in this light area over here. This is stitched, it's pretty light. Okay, so last time I was showing this to you, I was at 46% of my yearly goal and 5.39% of the full piece complete. I have done 1,170 stitches over 5 days, and I am now 66% of the way through my yearly goal and 5.85% through the full piece. And then finally, my last WIP. If you've been here before, you know what it is. It is A Place of Her Own, artwork by James Christensen, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is on 18 count sand aida. Look at her face. It's wonderful. Okay, but I've been working not on her face, but down here in the dress. Last time I showed it to you, I had just started the very edge of her dress. And I've gotten a page finish since then, so I've done a full page of the dress. There's going to be another full page, and then another pretty much 75% of the page is dress. I'm going to hold it back here so that maybe it'll pick this as my thumbnail because it's beautiful. Okay, so last time I showed it to you, I was 51% of the way through my yearly goal and 56% of the way through the piece. It's folded on half right now. Since then, I have done 6,000 stitches and worked on it for 19 days. So I'm now 64% of the way through my yearly goal and 58.1% of the way through the full piece. So in order to stay on track for my yearly goal, I need to do another 2,000 stitches on this piece. But I am using this for my focus piece in Semi-Sane Stitchers, which is a Facebook group, and for their Uno challenge, doing this monogamously. So pretty much it's averaging to like 200 stitches a day. And it's my default piece to work on, so it'll probably get more than 2,000 stitches before the end of the month. Now, my goal for the year was 48,000 stitches, which is basically the number of stitches in a row of pages. And then after this, I haven't gridded it yet, but there will be 2 more full rows of pages and the partial row of pages. And I've kept track of all of my stitches since the beginning of 2020. So I know that last year I did 48,000 stitches on this and 60,000 total full coverage stitches. And again, my goal this year is 48,000 stitches. But I was doing some math, and if I can bump it up to 60,000 stitches a year, which would be 5,000 stitches a month, then I could get this finished by October 2023. So basically 2 more years. You know what I'm thinking? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Basically it's 1,000 more stitches a month than I've been aiming for, and I think I can do it. It'll be an increase, but I can do it. Yeah, I got this. So yeah, A Place of Her Own. she's looking beautiful. Okay, so that is all of my WIPs. Not just all the WIPs I've worked on in the past month, but literally all of my WIPs. And I'm feeling good about it. My idea was, I was looking through, I made a spreadsheet of all the charts I have that I haven't started yet. And for the non-full coverage charts, I had 8, but then I got some haul. And my plan was to finish up the ones I had on the go. At that time I had 3 finished ones, I'm down to 2 non-full coverage pieces. And then work through the charts that I have in the order that I purchased them, starting with the oldest. Which I should have brought with me, but it is Pumpkins for Sale, and it is by Little House Needleworks, not Country Cottage Needleworks. And I think I would like to put that on some dark beige, brownish kind of fabric to really make the pumpkins pop. But I also want to start another full coverage. I'll put in a picture here of what the full piece looks like. It is Log Cabin Home by Dominique Davison, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm going to have my husband put in a couple of different pictures. So there's the full piece, but I'm really deterred by the very confetti heavy seeming trees and flowers on the far left hand side of the piece. So I'm considering cropping off the first column of pages, and I'll put in a picture of what that would look like. Or I was thinking about asking Michelle to chart it as an ornament. So I went in and I cropped the image into a circle, and I'll put in a picture of what that'll look like. So if you have any ideas of which one looks best, I'd love it if you left me a comment and let me know. I'm not really sure. My husband says he doesn't like the one with the column cropped off, and he didn't really like the circle idea either. But I'd love to get some more opinions. That confetti in that left-hand side, it looks kind of intimidating to me. But I went ahead and put some fabric for it. And over there I've started collecting some skeins. So I'm planning on doing it on 25 count, easy count, 1/1. And I asked about this in the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group because I'd used the 20 or 22 count, I think it was 20 count, aida of this. It was so stiff, I hated it. And I ended up giving that piece away. So I asked in the Facebook group if anyone knew if the lugana even weave was any softer, and Lisa from Lisa's Stitching and Such and a couple of other ladies commented and said that it was softer. So I went ahead and purchased it, and it is softer. And I'm not sure when I'll be starting the piece yet, but I have the fabric now, and that's the biggest hurdle besides figuring out how I want to stitch it. Yes, so thank you, Lisa and the other ladies that commented and let me know if this was softer. It definitely is softer. Okay, and then I've got some haul. So one thing I ordered was the DMC Color Card, and it has all of the DMC colors in it. It even has the metallic ones and the variegated ones. I really like this because sometimes like a non-full coverage chart will call for a color and I don't have it, and I know like I don't have all of them, but I have a ton, so I should be able to find a substitution. So this will help me figure out what to use as substitutions. I got the one with the real floss on it, so I'm really happy to have that. I also ordered the Prairie Schooler Fairies. I was super excited when I heard at StitchCon that they were re-releasing this one. I've always wanted to do this snail, but it was out of print, and so I knew it was kind of hard to find. So I'm definitely doing the snail, and then when they added this frog, which was previously unreleased, I'm going to do that too. So I'll definitely be doing these two, but again, if I'm working through my patterns from oldest in my stash to newest, I'm not going to get to this for a while. So I might do like oldest and then what I want, and then oldest and like alternate like that. We'll have to see what I'm feeling. And a couple more things. I also ordered a couple of kits from Forest Embroidery. So this one is Father Mushroom, and this one is the Swamp Witch. And I was really pleased with these. If I remember correctly, I ordered them and they got to me from Russia to the States in like 9 days. It was crazy. And I've never done an Forest Embroidery before, so I was really pleased to find out that the kits are really nice. So it came with a needle minder, and it has a mushroom on it and a needle. So my collection of mushroom needle minders is growing. I'll put that back in later. And it comes with fabric, and both of the kits have the same fabric, so they'll match. And the flosses, which I didn't know this, because again this is my first one, but they're variegated flosses. And I've used a couple of hand dyeds before, but I usually go for ones that don't have a lot of variegation, so it'll be interesting for me to try. And then one last thing. So this weekend I was feeling kind of nostalgic, and it just popped into my head the first experience I had with the fiber arts, which was a Latch Hook Kit. And I probably did that kit when I was like 7. I don't think I ever finished it, and I'm in the finishing mood. So I jumped on eBay and I found the Latch Hook Kit, and I ordered it, and it came. So it's a Pooh Bear, and if you're not familiar with latch hooking, I'll show you the stuff that comes with it. So you pretty much make a rug. I think some people finish them as tapestries or pillows. But what it is it comes with the yarn pre-cut, and in these little rolls. I take them out, but I wanted to show you what they come like. I take them out and put them in the Ziploc bags and sort them by colors. And it comes with a printed chart, like a cross-stitch pattern. But also, I don't want to show you too much because I don't want you to I don't want to do any copyright violations, but it's also printed on the mesh, which is really nasty. It's nothing like fabric. I'm not really sure how to show this to you. Just go up real fast. Okay. And I have done the first 3 rows. I got this last night and I was just so excited to start it, and I wanted to show it to you. Yeah, so I think it'll be really cute. And honestly, I don't care about this finished project. So if you have any ideas about what I could do with it when I'm finished, I don't have a lot of young children in my life to like give it to. But I also don't want to just give it to Goodwill because I feel like it'll just get thrown away. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments about what I could do with this once I finish it. I'll show you my progress next time. It's about 50 rows, and I did 3 rows last night, so it'll probably be finished by the next time I record. So again, thank you for watching. Just to recap, 1, if you know anyone that shouted me out, please let me know in the comments. 2, please let me know which form of the log mountain cabin you think I should stitch, because I can't make a decision. I can't even decide when I should start it. So if you also have any suggestions about when to start a new piece, let me know. And 3, let me know what you think I should do with the latch hook when I'm done with it. So again, thanks so much guys for watching. It really makes me happy to know that other people care about my cross-stitch journey. And I'll be back in another month. In the meantime, be well and happy stitching. Bye guys.